Myanmar shaken by historic earthquake, loss, grief, and unanswered questions. A powerful earthquake struck Myanmar on Sunday, March 30th, jolting the city of Mandalay, the country's second-largest city, and sending people fleeing in fear. The 5.1 magnitude quake was not just a standalone event, but a chilling reminder of a much greater disaster that had just unfolded. Only 2 days earlier, Myanmar was rocked by one of the most devastating earthquakes in over a century. The 7.7 magnitude quake flattened entire neighborhoods and claimed the lives of at least 1,700 people, a number officials warn may rise significantly in the days to come. The destruction has been widespread. Bridges collapsed, roads split open, and entire communities were reduced to rubble. The worst damage was centered around Mandalay, a historic city of more than 1.5 million residents, now at the heart of heartbreak and despair. The big question now is, how will this nation begin to recover from such a historic blow? And what steps are being taken to prepare for the possibility of more disasters ahead? Efforts to reach the hardest-hit areas have been severely hampered. The collapse of a key bridge spanning the Irrawaddy River has further isolated communities in desperate need of emergency aid. Rescue operations are underway, but the situation is dire. Search teams are racing against time, digging through the rubble in hopes of finding survivors still trapped beneath the debris. Facing mounting pressure, Myanmar's military government has made a rare appeal for international assistance, prompting the arrival of foreign rescue teams, a move that underlines the scale of the crisis. The devastation isn't confined within Myanmar's borders. In Bangkok, over 18 people have died amid the chaos triggered by the tremors. 11 were killed when an under-construction high-rise crumbled within minutes, trapping dozens beneath its remains. 7 others lost their lives across the city, which has reported nearly 9,500 cases of structural damage. Rescue crews continue to search for roughly 80 people feared buried under the wreckage. The U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, warns that the death toll could climb past 10,000 based on early projections. Aftershocks have rattled the region throughout the week, including a powerful 6.0 magnitude tremor on Friday, deepening the destruction and intensifying the public's fear. This catastrophe comes at a moment of profound fragility for Myanmar. Since 2021, The nation has been gripped by civil war. Ongoing conflict has already weakened critical infrastructure, overwhelmed hospitals, and left millions struggling for food and shelter. Now, with the added weight of this deadly earthquake, Myanmar teeters on the edge of an even greater humanitarian disaster. In rural areas near the quake's epicenter, entire villages have been flattened. Survivors speak of a nightmare. Homes collapsed around them. The earth roared beneath their feet. Loved ones were buried before their eyes. Many are still without clean water, electricity, or medical care as emergency responders struggle to navigate landslides and shattered roads. As Myanmar grapples with the aftermath of one of the deadliest earthquakes in its history, a wave of international aid has begun to arrive, offering a flicker of hope in the face of overwhelming devastation. Rescue teams from neighboring countries, including Thailand and India, have touched down with specialized equipment and highly trained personnel. The United Nations has also pledged its support, officially declaring the situation a major humanitarian crisis. Yet, the road to relief is far from straightforward. Political tensions continue to complicate efforts, as Myanmar's military leadership maintains strict control over the distribution of foreign aid. Access for international organizations is limited, and coordination on the ground remains fragile. In a rare move, the country's ruling junta, typically resistant to foreign involvement, issued an urgent call for global assistance. The world responded swiftly. China was the first to arrive in Yangon on Saturday, with state broadcaster CCTV reporting that Beijing had committed $13.8 million in humanitarian support. Russia followed closely, dispatching experts accompanied by search dogs, anesthesiologists, and trauma psychologists. The United Kingdom, Ireland, and Australia collectively pledged more than $20 million in aid packages. U.S. President Donald Trump called the disaster horrific and confirmed that the United States would also provide emergency assistance. Support has continued to build, with India, Singapore, Malaysia, and Hong Kong all announcing their commitment to help. The United Nations immediately allocated $5 million toward relief efforts and has begun deploying rescue teams to assist on the ground. But the challenges ahead remain enormous. Years of civil war have already left Myanmar's infrastructure dangerously weakened. Now, in the wake of the earthquake, that fragile foundation has further crumbled. Making matters worse, the affected areas span both military-controlled zones and territories held by opposition forces, creating significant hurdles for coordinated relief operations. To complicate things even further, adverse weather conditions are setting in. Heavy rains and the risk of landslides are making rescue work even more treacherous, cutting off routes and delaying critical supplies. As Mother Nature continues to roar, Myanmar stands at a crossroads, caught between tragedy and the potential for a global display of solidarity and resilience.